Hello, hello. Welcome to Sparkle.Sanctuary. My name is Rebecca. I am so glad you're here today. So today's video is a WIP in chat. WIP, or WIP, stands for work in progress. And so I'm going to work on my current work in progress. And for my chat portion, I'm actually going to do the 10 question freakout tag that Katie from Diamonds and Washi put out there a few weeks ago. So hopefully you enjoy that. And before I actually get into the tag questions, I will let you know what I'm working on. So my current putty that I'm using in my multi-placer is from Tracy's DP World. It is Pina Colada scented, and honestly, I love this as much as my Randa's Crafty Corner putty. So definitely a good putty to use. For my tray, I am using this tray. It is from Firefly Effectwares, and it is their Inferno Mini. I got this at a recent retreat. It's the sides are a little bit narrow, and so I find my rounds getting kind of stuck in the sides, but otherwise, it's been a great tray to work on. I do need it with overhead light because it's gold and my vision isn't very good, but this is a perfect setting for where I'm at. So yeah, it's a beautiful tray. I love the rainbow on it, and it's just gorgeous. But for my pen, I am just using a Diamond Art Club pen that comes with their kits, and it has a I'm using their 12 place multi-placer. It is the putty that comes in there, like came in the kits not too long ago before they switched everything over. And so I'm not finding any real issues with the putty. If there's excess, I usually just take it off and end up sticking it into my multi-placer. But yeah, so the kit that I'm working on, and so any kits that I talk about in this video, I will actually just insert a photo. The kit that I'm currently working on is this one. It is Yumiko from Margaret Morales, and it was legally licensed through Diamond Shop. And while Diamond Shop isn't around anymore, Margaret Morales is legally licensed through Diamond Art Club, and so there's a possibility that this kit will become available through them. And if you really love this kit, you can always reach out to them and say, hey, I saw Yumiko, this kit from Margaret Morales, and I want that to be in the list if they haven't put it in to their voting yet. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to a lot of that stuff. So anyway, yeah, I will go ahead and get started on those tag questions, and hopefully you enjoy. First question is, what is your favorite kit that you've completed this year? I've actually completed 15 kits so far, and like I'm counting one of them as the a paint gem set that I did, and I'm counting one as the their I cannot remember the names of them, but they were like little figures from Diamond Art Club. I'll put the picture in here. I'm counting that as a kit as well, and so that's just one out of the 15 that I've completed. So I had a little bit to kind of look over and decide, and I realized a couple things. One, I don't have a kit that I absolutely hate, and I don't have a kit that I absolutely love, but there was one that kind of, you know, made me happy, and so that was Talisman from Diamond Art Club, and it was an Andrew Lee Aubrey piece. She's a beautiful image, and because the kit was a little bit older, I had a little bit of room to kind of make it my own and personalize it, and that's what I enjoyed about it. There was a lot of multi-placing, and I love multi-placing, so that worked out really, really well. And it was a kit that went fairly quickly for me. So yeah, I'm going to put that one as my favorite kit that I completed for the year so far. My favorite new release was one that I picked up at that retreat that I mentioned before. It's called Bunny's Bakery. Is a cute but weird piece that was legally licensed through Munimade. I believe it's sold out currently, but you can always like add your name to the list to be notified when that comes back in stock, and you can always just check back on it to see when it comes back, because I'm sure that she will be restocking that kit when she can, because it is an adorable piece and it sold out pretty quickly. So let's see. Question number 3 is my biggest disappointment from the year. I had a few kits that I was frustrated with, but none of them I was actually really disappointed with, except for one of the round kits that I did, which is normally it would be a square, but this is a round kit. It's called Faces of Fairy. I believe it's number 108. It's a pretty kit, and I love the way the steampunk looks on it and everything, but as I said in my post review on it, I felt like some of the coloring got lost when in the rendering of it. So I was disappointed in the rendering, I think, more than anything. And I love butterflies, and so I had really wanted that one, and I love steampunk kind of stuff, and I thought that it would come out to be a beautiful image, and it just wasn't quite what I had expected, and so that was my disappointment in it. But I mean, she's still a pretty kit, and I still am glad that I worked on it. All right, number 4, my biggest surprise that I'm guessing, because it's been a couple weeks since I listened to her questions, and I hadn't anticipated at the time doing this questionnaire, so I don't remember exactly what she meant by that. But I'm gonna say my biggest surprise of like the kit that I wasn't expecting to enjoy that I did enjoy. I'm gonna go with Crystal Shore from Diamond Dots. First of all, it was like blinging that one up was so much fun. And the ocean is like my happy place. And so just being able to see that, you know, right at the at the end of May and things like that. It was perfect timing, and it was the perfect kit for what I was working on, and I really enjoyed that. I will say it was way more confetti heavy than I had anticipated, and so that was something that kind of threw me, especially because I enjoyed that kit so much. But yeah, had a good time working on it and had good memories with it, so that was definitely a nice surprise. Let's see. My favorite new shop is question number 5. So let's see. I'm going to go with Shire Shenanigans. Now, that's not a diamond painting shop, but it is a small shop. And she does cover minders. And there was one that I had picked up. And I don't know how to explain it. I love fairies, and I just love the way this looks. This is the one I picked up for me. And I'd picked up one for my friend, and it's just, they're both adorable. A lot of the stuff she does are like flat and wood, and those are really cute too. And eventually I plan on getting some of those. But yeah, Shire Shenanigans, definitely. And it was really nice meeting her at that retreat. So that was a really nice surprise to be able to meet her and you know, see her in real life and meeting small shop owners is always really cool. So yeah, that was my choice for that one. Let's see, question number 6. This is going really, really fast. I may be done here way sooner than I anticipated. Question number 6 is my new or current favorite artist. Now, I don't know. I like a lot of different artists. I like a lot of different diamond paintings. But I honestly, my favorite is always, and has always been, Margaret Morales. I don't know. I love the watercolor. I love the softness. I love just everything about her artwork. It's so beautiful. And I don't know, it just always brings me joy. So I find other artists that I enjoy quite a bit, but I think Margaret Morales is just going to always be my number one. Always going to be my number one. Let's see. Question number 7. Let me adjust my paper so I can read these questions. Hold on just a second. Okay. Question number 7. New or current theme diamond paintings that I'm working on. New or current theme. I think I always just really enjoy like whimsical kind of things, like fairies and things like that. I don't know. I've noticed that in the last couple of years I've kind of gravitated more towards like the this, like Margaret Morales, where it's just a beautiful lady in the photo. You know, I've been working on more of those kinds of things, and so I guess that could be in the top of my list. But yeah, definitely. That's an interesting question and hard to, because I don't know that I necessarily go with themes. It's like what I like, you know? Huh. Okay, so question number 8 is a kit that made me happy. Kit that made me happy. Well, right now this one is, but this one hasn't been finished. So let's talk about a finished one. I'm going to go with was a kit from Sheena Pike that was a craftedly kit. What was the name of that? I think it was Penelope Munchkin's elf. I don't know. I'll put it in the on the screen. But yeah, I love, I don't know why I think part of it is because Craftably was just such a top-notch company to work on. Like, I just love their pieces, and very sad that they no longer are in business, and wish I knew what company that they had licensed their work, or they got their work through, because oh my goodness, like I would totally order more diamond paintings from them. Yeah, I just great quality, enjoyable kits, enjoyable canvases, and yeah, loved that. But that kid in particular, she just was so like cute and pretty and fun and bright, and it was an easy kit to work on. So yeah, that was definitely my a kit that made me happy. Just kind of made me a little bit nostalgic too, because it was a company, like I said, that is no longer in business, and yeah, I kind of hold on to those kits a little bit differently. Let's see, number 9 is a kit that made me cry. I don't cry over kits. I've never gotten that emotional. I like, if I was gonna cry over a kit, it would be like not the kit itself that made me cry, but I was crying while I was working on it. And that actually did happen this year. So I'm gonna say the Dragon's Door um, from Diamond Art Club. I cannot remember the artist. I'll put that on the screen. But yeah, I was working on that in the middle of a very heart-wrenching breakup, and I don't know, I cried while I was working on that kit. It was the kit itself was not really the most enjoyable kit to work on, and so when I would get frustrated, like, and because when you diamond paint, your brain has the ability to think, and things like that. That's why a lot of people will like put on music or something while they're diamond painting, just so they don't have to. But yeah, I had some time while I was working on that kit, and I just kind of allowed myself a healing space, and uh, allowed myself moments where I was able to kind of just pause working on it and allow myself to cry and then get back into it. And especially, like I said, because there were frustrating parts about that kit that I would have to pause. I'd have to make myself stop. And so then my brain would wander. This diamond painting is such a good mental health resource, just because it kind of allows you to relax and calm, and it slows you down, but it also can give you time and space to think. And I recommend doing that if you're the type of person that always like puts on a podcast or a YouTube video, or whatever, the audiobook. I recommend just not like sit there and diamond paint with your thoughts. Like, really be thoughtful, mindful, take time to kind of listen to yourself, and you know and if something comes up that's upsetting, explore that. Like, what is it that you're feeling, and why were you avoiding it, kind of thing. you know um I think it's important to explore what is going on in your brain. And, if you're seeing a therapist, please always just listen to your therapist and do what they tell you to. And this is, advice coming from somebody that's doing this, but it is not medical advice. So, yeah, just that's my opinion. Please take it with a grain of salt if you choose to do it. Because it can open your eyes to things that you didn't know were a problem. A lot of people just kind of move through life, and will, jump from one thing to the other, or one person to the other, because they literally can't allow themselves to cope with the things that are going on. And, like, you have to go through your emotions. Like, you have to allow yourself that space. Otherwise, you're never going to heal. So just my 2 cents. Anyway, sorry, I got kind of heavy. Let's move back into the the tag questions. So question number 10 is, what is the most anticipated kit for the second half of 2025? And I think I'm going to go with the one I'm planning on doing in August. So I'm probably going to ask about it in my next WIP and chat, just because it'll be closer to August and I want to get people's opinions. But I'll go ahead and kind of briefly talk about it here. There's an image that I have from Diamond Art Club, and it is from like it's a fan piece from Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I was thinking, because in this scene, I kind of feel like Katara is similar to the wizard in The Wizard of Oz, because she like puts on a show and makes people believe like something that's not really real in order to get them to see reality. You know, I don't know. I know that the wizard in The Wizard of Oz wasn't doing it to get people to see reality. He was trying to trick them, but just the trickery behind it seems similar in vein to me. And so I thought, instead of doing a traditional Wizard of Oz piece, because I have a few that I could do, I was thinking I could work on that piece, because it's one that I've wanted to work on for a while, and I already have it kitted up. And like, I don't know. And a friend of mine recommended that I watch the Avatar movie while I'm working on it. Not the movie, the show, the TV show, while I'm working on it. And I thought that was a neat idea, because I haven't watched the whole series in a little bit. And I do love the Last Airbender series. I know it's cartoons and I'm an adult, but it's actually really good. If you've never seen it, you should try. But yeah, so I'll probably that's my most anticipated kit for the year. I love, I really enjoy the show, and Katara was my favorite character. And so, I wanted to have that piece to work on. And I have another piece that's from the Avatar fan series. So, I may end up working on that too, if I get through the first one quickly. So yeah, anyway, this kit is very confetti heavy, as you were able to see. And so I barely got anything done while doing this tag questions. And honestly, like, this video is pretty short. So I don't know. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you are doing well. And if you stuck around this long, if you're not subscribed, it's free. So please go ahead and subscribe. I think if you're still here, you're going to like my content. And I do unboxings or unbaggings, and I do, WIP and chats and how-to videos and things like that. I actually have one coming up later this week for a how-to video, so I look forward to that. And yeah, please give me a thumbs up before you head out. It helps. Just lets me know what you enjoy and what you like, what I put out there, what content is the most favorable of the content. And lets me know if I should keep doing that, or if I should switch it up and do a little something different. I don't want to just repeatedly make content that people aren't enjoying. So yeah, that'd be helpful. Anyway, I hope you have a good rest of your day and rest of your week, and I'll see you in my next video. Remember, Sparkle.Sanctuary is wherever you go to take care of your mental health. So please make sure you are taking time to take care of you. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.